It's part of an everyday routine. It starts in front of the mirror. We brush our teeth, wash our face, and put on our face cream. But do you know what's really in them?
It was quite alarming when it first came to our attention that, from something so innocent like a face cream would cause such damage.
A woman from Sacramento fell into a coma after using this kind of Pond's creams that she got from Mexico. Hers had methylmercury in it. The mercury was added into the cream after manufacturing.
That was the first, not only in Sacramento, but in the United States. And we have not had a methylmercury poisoning before.
After that case, she started working with local groups to educate people about mercury in creams. Unfortunately, mercury in creams isn't as uncommon as some may think.
This was a binder of information that was put together by the state. It gives background information about the types of creams that have been collected over the last 10 years that have tested positive.
Of the nearly 200 creams California Department of Public Health tested last year, about 50 of them had mercury.
We have creams coming from a number of different countries, so it's not just Mexico.
Mercury is dangerous. Not only have people been hospitalized, but children can be exposed by simply touching someone who uses it.
And so for some of these creams, where do people even get them from?
Most of the creams are coming from like swap meets, just by word of mouth, somebody's selling it off the street or internet.
20? Okay.
It is risky, and it's like you have to try this and you share it with a friend and it just keeps growing. And you just tell them where you got it from, and again, if it's from an informal source, then they're going to continue to produce whatever the product is.
We're working with the California Department of Public Health on this story, and they're testing some of the creams that we bought from different places. They'll test them between 7 to 10 days and be able to see if they test positive or negative for mercury. These two we got from Amazon. These we got from the Galt Flea Market, 4 of these. This one from the Folsom Boulevard Flea Market. And 3 of these we got from local grocery stores.
We sent 10 creams to the lab. The lab tested the levels of mercury vapor the creams released. We got the results back in a week. 3 came back positive. Another one needed to be sent out for additional testing. La Milagrosa cream had the highest levels of mercury. It had a reading of almost 200 micrograms of mercury per cubic meter of air. For example, a home would be evacuated for 10. We bought that cream from a vendor at the Galt Flea Market. This cream called Phone tested positive for mercury. It was at 26 micrograms of mercury per cubic meter of air. A vendor sold it at the Folsom Boulevard Flea Market in Sacramento. And this milk cream we got at a grocery store in South Sacramento. It tested at 32 micrograms of mercury per cubic meter of air. New Asia Supermarket, where we bought this cream from, offered us our money back, in which we declined. It's illegal to sell creams with mercury. Some of the creams that tested positive will be added to the health department's list once they go through additional testing.
Problem is that we identify one cream and 10 more will pop up, and so it's really hard to keep up with some of this.
There's a reason why they keep popping up, and it's because there's a demand. So how do you make sure you're not buying a cream with mercury? They may not have a label or have a handmade label. Many of them are sold in small markets, swap meets, online, and person to person. They're advertised to help lighten skin, get rid of wrinkles, freckles, acne, or other blemishes. Make sure it has a safety seal. Some well-known skin products have tested positive after someone bought them and then added mercury to them. You can't tell if a cream has mercury by just looking at it. So you have to be careful of what you buy and know there's a price to beauty that could even be dangerous.